Good morning, dear students, and welcome back for your English online classes. Today, we'll start a new chapter from your English grammar book, that is, Lesson 5 Nouns. We are learning nouns from our childhood, isn't it? So, what is the meaning of nouns? A noun is a person, place, or thing. What is a noun? Noun is the name of a place, person, or thing. Person means that could be any person, teacher, principal. Place, any place, school, gym, garden. Thing, anything, desk, pen, pencil. All those comes under your nouns. Noun is the name of a person, place, or things. Example, Ali, Sialkot, chair, etc. This is also one of the definition of nouns. Kinds of nouns. There are 5 kinds of nouns which is given in your English book. That is, number 1, common noun. Number 2, proper noun. Number 3, collective noun. Number 4, abstract noun. Number 5, material noun. Now we will be learning about all these 5 kinds of noun in detail. So the first one is common nouns. So what is common noun? A common noun names any person, place, thing or idea. So it is common noun. It names any person, place, thing or any idea. And what is the next point about common noun? That common nouns are not capitalized. That means common nouns we never used to put in capital letter unless they come at the beginning of a sentence. This line you people are already knowing, is it? Whenever we start writing any of the sentence, the first letter should be in capital. Okay. But if it is a common noun, then we will not capitalize it until and unless it should be the beginning of the sentence. Okay, so what are common nouns? Common nouns names any person, place, thing or idea. Common nouns are not at all capitalized unless they are the beginning of any sentence. Now we will see the examples. Examples of common noun are teacher. Teacher is a common noun. Teacher could be any teacher, isn't it? Mathematics teacher, Hindi teacher, English teacher, any teacher she could be. Baseball, city, any city. Okay? So these all comes under your common noun, which we never used to capitalize. Next, proper nouns. A proper noun is a special name that names a particular person, place or thing. Common noun was any place, person or thing, isn't it? But proper noun is a noun which has a special name that names a particular person, place or thing. What are proper noun? Special names given to the people, places, festivals, books, days, months, etc. are called your proper nouns. Example, Roy. Roy is a boy, is a person and it is a proper noun. Why? Because we are calling that person with his proper name, Roy. In the same way, Edentown, this is also a place but a particular name of the place we are saying. That's why it is a proper noun. Sunset Palace, this is also a thing, is it? Sunset Palace, it is also a place. Okay, so we can say palace, but here we are particularly telling about the name of the palace, that is Sunset Palace. That's why it also will come under your proper noun. So it's given over here. A proper noun can be made up of more than one word. A proper noun always begins with a capital letter. That's why here R-E-S-P, it is in capital letter. Next, collective noun. Collective means collection of things, collection of animals, anything which is in group in which you are doing some collection, it is known as collective noun. A collective noun is the word used to represent a group of people, group of animals, or group of things. Collection of anything. Okay. So here, when the group of people, group of animals, or group of things which represents the collective noun. Okay. So first one is collective nouns, people. That is group of people. This we are learning from class 3, isn't it? We have seen in our activity sheets also. A band of dash, a board of dash, like that, or a dash of musicians, a dash of directors, a dash of crooks, is it? So all these examples are given over here. A band of musician, a board of directors, a bunch of crooks, choir of singers, a class of students, a crew of sailors, a crowd of people, a gang of thieves, a mob of hooligans, a pack of thieves. A gang of thieves is also correct. A pack of thieves is also correct. Both you can use, either pack or gang. A panel of experts, a patrol of police officers, a posse of cowboys, a staff of employees, a team of players, and so on. Okay, these are for the group of people. Collective nouns for the group of people. Now we'll see collective nouns for the group of animals. An army of ants, a brood of chickens, a flock of birds, a flock of sheep. Both are correct. For both you can use flock. A drove of cattle, a gaggle of geese, a herd of deer, a hive of bees, a litter of puppies, and so on. All these examples you can read. Okay. Third one is collective nouns for things. Things means which are non-living things. Okay. So the examples are a bouquet of flowers, a bunch of grapes, a fleet of ships, a flotilla of boats, a forest of trees, a galaxy of stars, a heap of stones, an orchard of fruit trees, and so on. So these all are the examples of your collective nouns things. So in 3 parts the collective nouns example I told you, that is group of people, collective nouns for people, collective nouns for animals, and collective nouns for things. Now we'll see abstract noun. What is an abstract noun? An abstract noun is a word which names something that you cannot see, hear, touch, smell, or taste. Okay, in the abstract noun, the things which will come under the abstract noun, those things you cannot see, you cannot hear, you cannot touch, you cannot smell, you cannot taste. The only thing is that you can feel. Like emotions, which we are seeing in the exclamatory sentences, isn't it? In the same way, and abstract nouns are the names of things we can only think or feel, but cannot see or touch. And these nouns are also names of a quality or state or concept of the things. Okay? Some of the examples. We have to get at the truth of the matter. So what is abstract noun over here? Truth. You cannot see, you cannot touch, you cannot hear, but you can feel the truth. Can we show the truth? No, we can show the proof that, okay, I am saying the truth. I can show you the proof, but you cannot show the truth. Mary isn't the type of person who gossips. So gossips is your abstract noun. People lost faith in banks. Faith. She will defeat them. Defeat. I was delighted at the news of her success. Success. You cannot see success, you cannot touch success, but you can feel success. They laughed at my idea. You can tell the idea, but you cannot touch, see your idea. Is it? So all this comes under your abstract noun. They laughed at my idea. Alex had a fear. Fear means dar. You cannot see fear, but we can feel. Alex had a fear that he would fall down. She tried to restrain her anger. Don't underestimate your own strength. Samuel has a good side and an evil side. Next, material noun. What is material noun? A material noun is that what refers to a material or substance from which things are made, such as silver, gold, iron, cotton. So, in short, if we will see in a easy language, material noun is the things in which we are taking the raw materials. Okay, raw materials. Like for example, a simple example I'll give you. Mango. Mango is a raw material. We are just going to buy a mango. And if you want to make mango shake, then what you have to do? First of all, we'll go nearby the tree. We'll take out that mango from the tree. Is it? After taking it from there, we'll take out we'll peel the mango. Is it? And after that, the pulp we will take. We will mix that pulp with the sugar, milk. Is it? And then we will shake it. We'll grind it and shake it in the mixture, in the form of mixture, and then we'll take it. Is it? So that's how we are making the mango shake. I'm not knowing much about the mango shake, how it is used to make. I just gave you a simple example. Only mango came in my mind, so I'm giving you that example. You can take any other example also. Don't go inside deep of this example that madam don't know how to make mango shake also. Okay, so kindly. So here material noun means the things which are raw. Okay, the material noun means the things which we are taking in a raw form. That comes under your material noun. A material noun is that what refers to a material or substance from which things are made. All the raw materials. With cocoa, we are making cocoa powder. So before to it, cocoa is a raw material. In the same way, silver. If we want to make any silver ornament, then before to that we have to take silver. So silver is a raw material. In the same way, gold. Is it? So all these things are your raw material. Glass, wheat, gold, coal. With gold, we can make gold ornaments. Before to that, it is raw material. With wheat, we are grinding it and then we are making flour, and after that we are making chapati. So all these are your raw material things which comes under your material noun. Now the book work. I'll read it for you. 5 nouns. The names of people, places, animals and things are called nouns. Special names given to people, places, festivals, books, days, months, etc. are called proper nouns. A proper noun always begins with a capital letter. Names given in general to people, places, animals or things of the same class or kind are called common nouns. Words that stand for a collection of people or things spoke of as a whole are called collective nouns. The names given to materials from which things are made are called material nouns. Abstract nouns are names of things we can only think of or feel but cannot see or touch. These nouns are also names of a quality, state or concept. So first question. Find the proper nouns in the word search and write them in the blanks given. Make use of the hints. All the letters are given inside this box. You just have to make it in like a crossword puzzle. And down all the hints are given. A holy book. So what can be a holy book? That we have to search. So if we'll find, it will be holy book, Bible. So like this, first of all, you people have to circle the words and then you have to write down in this dash. Bible. Okay. In the same way, a festival, a month, a scientist, a day of the week, all these things you will get over here. You just have to circle and then you can able to write down the answers over here. So this will be your homework. correct answers you will get in your broadcast. Okay. So from there, after solving, from there you can check whether your answers are right or wrong. And if it is wrong, do the correction. Fill in the blanks with the common nouns. Now here you people have to read the sentence, and then already the options are given on the top. You just have to opt the correct option and you have to fill up these blanks. One who collects stamps is a dash. So who collects stamps, what do we call them as? Philatist. Okay, so this will be your number 1, philatist. One who compiles a dictionary is a lexicographer. Number 2, lexicographer. One who draws or makes maps is a dash. This you have learned many a times in social also. Cartographer. One who sells flowers is a florist. One who studies planets and stars is an astronomer. So till 5 I told you, rest 5 you have to try by yourself. Okay, if any doubt, you people can ask me through WhatsApp. Then match the following. Men working on a ship. Men working on a ship. Crew. A group of wolves. Pack. A set of rooms in a hotel. Suite. We are saying a suite. SUITE. Okay. So in this way, you have to solve by yourself the rest. Or should I tell you one or two more? A group of lions, pride. A group of monkeys, troop. So rest 5 you people have to do by yourselves. Okay? Next. Form abstract nouns from the words given. I already told you what is the meaning of abstract noun. Which we can feel, but we cannot see, touch, smell. So examples are given over here. One example is given. Discover, discovery. Invent, invention. Okay? Invention. Fail, failure. Innocent, innocence. Dedicate, dedication. Relieve, relief. Okay, so first 6 I told you, one was already given. So from 7 to 12 you people have to do by yourself. Fill in the blanks with the correct forms of words given. Already the words are given to you in the bracket. This type kinds of question we have done earlier also, many a time we have done, is it? So already the words are given to you inside the bracket. You just have to see those words, and according to the sentence you have to write down the correct form of that bracket word. Like the first one, pilgrim. Now we'll read the sentence. We go on a dash to Tirupati every year. So we go on a pilgrimage to Tirupati every year. See, I have changed it according to the sentence. In the same way, second one, dash is the best medicine. So laugh will become laughter. Laughter is the best medicine. Third, dash is power. So no given. So what will come? Knowledge is power. We placed and dash in the newspaper. Advertise given. So what we are placing in the newspaper? Advertisement. Fifth one, the committee took a dash on the matter. Decide given. So the committee took a decide. No, the committee took a decision on the matter. I hope you all understood. In the same way, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10 you people will do by yourselves. Okay? Which one you have to do by yourselves? 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10 you people will be doing by yourselves. I hope you all understood till here. The next part, which is countable and uncountable nouns, I'll tell you in my next class. Thank you, dear children.